Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I will be telling you guys my first date and then advice if you are going on a first date or maybe you haven't been on one in such a long time like myself. Basically, I'll tell you guys a background story and then I'll give you guys advice. You know, like I said, if you are going on a first date and whatnot. My first date starts off when I was 20 years old with hot pink braces. It was May of 2014. I believe it was 2014. Was it? It was 2014. And this guy had friend requested me on Facebook and I accepted it. I didn't think anything of it. We had 25 mutual friends. I remember seeing him in school, but I just never talked to him. He was a year older than me. So I just kind of was like whatever, who cares. Then a week later, so after he friend requested me and I accepted, I made a status saying watching The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, whatever season that was. I'm pretty sure it was The Bachelor, but it's okay. I was like, watching the show makes me want to go on a date. So this guy comments and he was like, let's go. And it's the guy that friend requested me. So I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, let go. I said let go. I honestly didn't even know what that meant, okay? I still don't even know what that means, okay? I was like, let go, and then I think it was around 10 or so, he messaged me and he's like, are you for real? And I was all like, if you are. And then he was like, yeah, what do we got to lose? Text me. So he gave me his number. So I started texting him, didn't think anything of it. I was just like, he's probably just saying that, whatever. I really don't know what I was thinking. I was kind of like, oh wow, it's attractive the fact that he, when you comment, people see that. So I was just kind of like, wow, he's not scared to show people who he's with or who he's talking to or whatever. Not that we were talking at that time, but you get it. So then we started talking and he was like, so how's about that date? When are we gonna go on it? You let me know when, da-da-da. And I was like, okay. So you guys already know, I've always wanted to go on a carnival date for ever, okay? And I was like, yo, there's this carnival happening the beginning of June. It's the first carnival that happens around here. So I was like, yo, what better way to go on a first date than go on a carnival first date? And I ended up telling him, I was like, yo, there's this carnival happening, da-da-da-da, we should just go to it, we should go. And he was like, yeah, let me know when, da-da-da, and I was like, okay. So me being a little bit old-fashioned, I was still skeptical about meeting him, because I was kind of I don't know, maybe someone created a fake page, maybe, I don't know who I'm talking to online, even though, we have 25 mutual friends, and we went to the same high school and whatever, and I was asking, a lot of people about him. It's still kind of I watch too much Catfish, okay? But that is the thing, though, I was just kind of I just didn't really fully know. So I ended up talking to my best friend and I was like, yo, let's go to this carnival. And it's not the one from my ex-friend's, my fake friend story, okay? It's a real one, okay? And she was like, yeah, let's go, because we haven't seen each other in a long time. So I was like, yo, let's go to this carnival and whatever, and just, we'll just hang out there. The funniest thing is, I was hanging out with a guy friend that day, because this guy friend of mine was supposed to come with me to the carnival, and he ended up bailing last minute. He was like, no, I don't want to go, blah, 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 and I was like, okay. So he ends up dropping me off in front of, I believe it was Chuck E. Cheese, okay? And then I go into Chuck E. Cheese real quick, and I throw up. And I'm just blah, everywhere in the bathroom, don't worry. I don't miss, okay? So then, I remember I went into a store and I got a bottle of water because I was just yo, I just feel some type of way. So then I was like, I can't go home, I have to stick it out, my best friend, I have to see her, I have to stick this out. The things you do for the people you love. So we ended up meeting up, whatever. My face was really yellow looking. It was really, 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 really flushed. And we ended up going to the carnival together. And he had texted me around 7 or 7:30, and he was all like, what are you doing? Like, what's up or whatever? And I was like, I'm at the carnival, like, with my best friend. And the reason why, it's not like I had her there because of this date, but I, like, really thought it'd be cool, like, to have, like, my best friend there and, like, you know, this new fling of mine. So he was like, oh, I just got off of work, and he was a landscaper. He was like, I just got off of work, and I'm about to go home, shower, and then I'll see, like, what's going on. He's like, what time does this carnival end? So I was like, 11. So he was like, okay, whatever. So a part of me, like, really wanted to meet him, like, that day, but then another part of me was kind of like, I was so out of it, like, I was, like, feeling so sick. I didn't feel good, so I was just like, I really hope he's not, like, coming or anything like that. So he ended up not showing up. He was like, I'm not gonna make it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's fine, like, I, like, don't feel good or whatever, like, it is what it is. So then, what ended up happening was, I think it was, like, the next day, or, like, it was Sunday or whatever, I went to the hospital. I spent 2 weeks in the hospital. I got dehydrated, and he knew, like, about this, because I told him. And, he was like, well, let me know when you're better, like, da-da-da, and we'll go to this carnival, or we'll go to, like, the date. And I was like, okay. So I was sick for 2 weeks, like, the first 2 weeks of June. Then, like, the middle week of June, I got Mother Nature hit me because, like, of all, like, the medicine I was taking, it just kind of came really early. So then the last week of June, I believe it was June 24th, it was a Saturday, it was about 70 degrees outside with a light breeze, and I remember, like, this was the day that I was going on my first date, and I wasn't nervous because, like, I don't get nervous, I get awkward. So I was just kind of like, do I say hi? Do I say hey? Do I say what's up? Do I say, like, what do I say? Like, do I do that sup nod that guys do? And I was like, no, that's stupid because that's what guys do. So, like, hello. And then I, like, lightweight kind of started freaking out a little bit, but I chilled out, okay? I was just like, girl, you got this, okay? So we go on this date, and he comes to pick me up, and don't worry, my mommy took his license plate number, she took the color of his car, she took everything down, his phone number, like, she took down everything, okay? Don't worry, okay? You need to protect yourself, okay? My mama protects me, but I also have to protect myself, okay? So she took care of that, and I remember, I didn't know about this until, like, way after, like, this date happened. So he comes to pick me up and everything, and I'm all, like, not nervous, I'm just like, chill, like, act cool, like, chill, like, what are you doing? So we go, and he comes to pick me up, and I repeated that line like 50,000 times. So we go, and y'all, do you know where he took me on my first date? You will never believe this. Go ahead, guess. No, I don't know what you said. He took me to the mother truckin', what's that? He took me to the lake. Y'all, he took me to the lake. The lake, okay? Out of everything you can do in the world, you take me to the lake? Let me give you, just listen. I am not a high maintenance girl, okay? I don't want to go, you know, sky high with a date or anything, but I also don't want to go to the lake, okay? So, because, like, we, like, in the car, he was like, well, like, where do you want to go? And I was just like, I don't know, like, where's there to go? Like, I'm thinking he's gonna have, like, something special planned and shit. It's a first date. He takes me to the lake. Anyways, I'm not complaining. Other people, you know, it's fine, it's cool. The lake. So we get there, and it was a pretty lake. They had, like, a fountain in it. So, so we go and whatever, and we're sitting there talking and stuff, and right then, like, when we started talking, I knew, like, his views and my views were completely opposite. Like, he just wanted different things out of life than I did, and it was just kind of, like, really, like, I was just like, it's not gonna work. Like, even if we try, like, I knew it wouldn't work out in the end. So, whatever, I still stayed because he took me there. I had no way to get home anyways. So, we sat there and we, like, I thought we were about to have a moment. Even though I knew we weren't going to work out, but, like, we kept getting closer and closer and closer to each other. Then you know what happens? He looks directly deep into my eyes, okay? And he's all like, there's a bee by your head. So I'm sitting there and I'm going like this, okay? And I'm like flapping my arms like a freaking bird or turkey or whatever you want to call it. And I'm sitting there like this and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, like, oh, get it off me, like. And then he's sitting there like dying of laughter and he's like, you're not supposed to do that with a bee. Like, you're supposed to stand still. And I was like, chill. I know what I'm doing, okay? So I was like doing my little freaking weird dance, and then I was like, can we please like walk around or something? Like, I don't want to sit here and like oh my god, I forgot to tell you the most important part. Well, not the most important part. Okay, so there was this lady right when we got there. He was like throwing rocks into the lake, like skidding them or whatever the heck it's called, skipping them. I don't know what it's called. And this lady legit like came out of nowhere. I don't know. I was sitting there. I was staring at him. Not in a creepy way. I was like looking at him, okay? And then she like comes up like this close to me, and then she's all like she was like heavy breathing too. She was like, do you guys have weed? And I was just like, no, lady, like, what you doing here? Like, I thought it was, like, his mom or, like, his grandma or something, like, trying to, you know, take care of, like, their little boy or something. But she was like, do you guys have weed? And I was like, no. And then she was like, oh, it's okay, bye. Or she's like, no, it's okay, thank you. And then she legit disappeared. I don't know where she went. I never saw her after that. And then he, like, looked at me with, like, a concerned face on his look. And a concerned face on his look. See, this day got me all kinds of messed up. He looked at me with a concerned look on his face. Oh my god. This is why I don't go on dates. This is why I don't go on dates. Anyways, chill. So he like looked at me or whatever, and he was just kind of like this, and I was like, don't worry, like I took care of it kind of thing. And he was like, okay. To this day, he doesn't know what this lady told me. Like he doesn't know. So after that we started, he wasn't flirting with me at all. Like he was just being like really like stern, I guess, like during this whole entire like conversation. Like, you know, we're trying to make a joke or something, and he'd just be like, kind of thing, and I'd be like, okay, well, whatever, I tried. And then we started walking around like this, it's not like a wooded area, but they have like trees and like bushes and stuff. It's nature, you know? So we're sitting there walking, whatever, and he like, he kind of like does that, like, so he pushes me or like he bumps me with his shoulder, and I like go flying like this way, you know, dramatic, you know, and then I come back and I like push him, and then he actually almost fell over. Which I kind of lightweight took offense to that, because I was all like, oh, what the hell? Like, you trying to say, like, I mean, I guess it's a good thing, because that means, like, I'm stronger than him. But anyways, so then we started walking around, whatever, and we started flirting with each other. He actually held my hand, so great. Then we started walking around, whatever, talking about our past and everything. And then he takes me home, and he basically was like, you know, I see so much potential in you, and I was like, what do you mean? Like, it just sounded so weird, like, I see potential in you, like, what the hell, like, am I an experiment or something? So he was like, I see so much, potential in you, and I was like, what do you mean? And he was like a potential girlfriend. Y'all, even though I just said we are not gonna work out, I heard the word girlfriend, and I was thinking girlfriend bells ringing, dinging, everything like that. And I was just kind of like, girlfriend? And he was like, yeah. He's like, you know, he's like, you're you know, you're a great girl. Like, he's like, you seem like a smart girl and everything, and whatnot. And he's like, and you're like sarcastic and you're funny and whatever. And I was like, okay. So he was like, yeah, so whatever. So we hung out Monday, the following, so it was like, the first date was Saturday, and then we hung out Monday, so like a day after. He was just like, he basically asked me to be his girlfriend Monday after I met his mom and his older brother, which I honestly completely loved his family. Like, I just felt like I fit like right with them. And then we like stopped talking to each other. Like, it was so immature. Like, I wasn't talking to him, he wasn't talking to me, because I was like, if he's my man, like, he, you know, let him text me first kind of thing. And then I guess he was thinking like, she's my girl, like she gotta text me first kind of thing. But we just didn't text each other. Fizzled out. Got back together in July, talked about everything, broke up with me like 2 months later, saying he had worked a lot, which was a lie. Found out 2 years later found out a year later, I think, that all that was a lie, and he broke up with me because he liked someone else and whatever, and like this, that, the other. We would talk like on and off, like from 2014 to 2016. We would be talking like on and off like every so often. But we never made it back into a relationship. So it was just like so many different things, like so many different trust issues, so many like things he was doing and whatever. So it just kind of like ruined the relationship. And plus, like, he left me for like other girls like every single time. So you don't need that kind of guy in your life, okay? Basically what I wanted to tell you guys is, when you go on a first date or just any date in general and you meet someone online, you definitely need to be aware of who you are talking to, because as far as you know, you're just talking to a profile, like you're just talking to a picture. You don't know who is behind that picture, or you know, behind that screen. You don't know who that is. Even if you do go to school with them, if you work with them, no matter what the situation is, you still don't know what their true intentions are with you. I feel like I'm so lucky that God, for like, you know, nothing happened. But then again, like, you don't know, like, there are a lot of wacky people out there, so you do need to protect yourself and, you know who you're talking to. Go have a group date, or if you're like, no, like, I can't show him this, I can't show him that, like, I don't want to show him, like, or her, like, this is not like a double standard kind of thing. Like, girls be, you know, hella crazy too. They be taking advantage too, okay? Stop acting like guys only do that. What I wanted to say was, you know, go on a group date. If you don't want to go on a group date and you're like, no, like, I'm grown for this, then what you can do is, if you meet them at a restaurant, have your friend be there, but like not maybe sitting so close to you, but like from afar, so they can still keep their eye on you, or a family member. Then what you can do is, or if you don't want to do that, text your friends, let them know who you're with, take a picture of the license plate number, send them the license plate number, tell them where you're going, send them the exact address, tell them everything and about this guy that you know, just in case, like, God forbid something happened to you. Like, your friends, obviously, I hope, and your family members would, you know, turn this stuff in. Another thing you guys can do is, I don't know, like, just protect yourself. Like, you know, do things that will make you feel safe. And if you feel like this person, whether it's a guy or a girl, is coming on to you really, really strong and you feel hella uncomfortable, what you need to do is, you need to, like, again, be in a public area. Don't go anywhere you don't know. If he's like, oh, or she, if that person is like, oh, let's go downtown or something, or let's go here, and you've never been downtown, or you're scared to go downtown, or whatever this place is, and you're like, I don't know the area, be aware of your surroundings. Like, know where you're going, and know, like, who you can go to if, God forbid, something, like, you know, were to happen. And definitely know, like, tell your friends about this person, or your family members tell the closest person to you. You know, let people know who you're talking to. It's not a bad thing. And enjoy your date. Be yourself, definitely, because you want this person to like you for you. So don't be giving out your social security number, your credit card number, none of that. They don't need to know that, okay? You know what I'm saying? They don't need to know about your past either, okay? What else? Wear comfortable clothes. Wear what you feel most comfortable in. You know, and just relax. It's okay. It's a first date. It doesn't matter if it goes well, if it goes bad. You're gonna have plenty of stories, you know, to tell to your children and your grandchildren and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Try not to go to the lake, okay? Like, I want to redo. If anybody's watching and would like to take me out on a first date redo, or a second first date, let me know. Like this video. And we'll see where things go, okay? But until then, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it made you laugh and it made you like, oh my gosh. He took me to the lake. Like, out of everything, the lake. Like, he could have taken me to, like, Applebee's or something and bowling or freaking, I don't know, like, the mall. But he chose the lake. Anyways, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And remember, don't do anything you don't want to do, and don't talk to strangers. Be yourself, love yourself, and I will see you all later. Bye!